Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we welcome the Harlem Wizards to Churchill Junior High School for a charity basketball game against the East Brunswick Teachers. We celebrate Senior Day with the boys and girls varsity track and field teams before a recent home meet. The Mid-Jersey Chinese School holds the Lunar New Year celebration, and we speak with the principal about the event and check out some of the wonderful performances. Then we visit the East Brunswick Senior Center, where the first of a weekly Black History Month program was held. All this, plus we have information on upcoming events at the East Brunswick Public Library and a behind-the-scenes look at the Playhouse 22 production of Death of a Salesman. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
On January 29th at Churchill Junior High School in East Brunswick, the Teach Stars of the East Brunswick school system faced off against the world-renowned Harlem Wizards in a sold-out basketball exhibition, which was sponsored by the East Brunswick Education Foundation. In existence since 1962, the Wizards have played over 6,000 games on 5 different continents, 22 different countries, and have remained as one of the last show teams in the world of basketball. Despite the shenanigans, it did get down to some real tough basketball.
East Brunswick
In the end, the Wizards and the East Brunswick teachers did what they do best. They helped raise funds towards the East Brunswick Education Foundation and brought joy to all in attendance.
The East Brunswick High School girls and boys varsity track and field teams recently held Senior Day before a home meet to honor the graduating senior athletes. The seniors show commitment and dedication to their sport, and we wish all the student athletes the best in their future endeavors. Now let's check out some of the highlights and meet the seniors.
Today is our once a year Chinese New Year celebration. This is year of the Rooster, 2017, and the rooster is symbolized on time and also working hard. Today we prepare about an hour, half minute long performance. The performance was provided by our school students, and also we have invited a lion dance from the University of Rutgers, and the students are being very grateful and also help. They also came last year to perform the lion dance. So we're very lucky to have them to come again this year to celebrate with us and to do the lion dance performance. And also the students from our school, the erhu class, the yo-yo class, and folk dance class, and we also have a Zumba class, the adult Zumba class students and teachers. They all give us a great performance today, and this is how we celebrate it. And also our PTO prepared a lovely food for lunch, so everybody can enjoy the performance, the lunch, and also outside the cafeteria we have a lot of activities, games for the students and the kids. So this year, every year at this time for the Chinese New Year celebrations, we always provide and give the happiness and the health and also fortune to the coming year. The Chinese New Year is a tradition, one of the very important tradition in Chinese culture. And this once a year, we get all the families get together, have a dinner at the Chinese New Year Eve, and celebrate the Chinese New Year. We pray for the ancestor, and if anybody really believe in the religious, in Buddhism, we also the people will pray to the Buddha to have a good fortune in the coming year. And after that, the first day of the new year, traditionally people will go to other relatives' family to spread the good news and also to celebrate the Chinese New Year with all the relatives and families. The Chinese school, the Mid-Jersey Chinese School, has been service in the local community for 54 years continuously. So we are the oldest Chinese school in whole New Jersey. And this is really a very hard and very unique thing about our school, which is I'm also being the principal. I'm very proud of being the principal of Mid-Jersey Chinese School, simply because this is the oldest Chinese school in the whole New Jersey. And our school has been established a lot of great things in the community, local-wise and also other outside the community, students and anybody who willing to study Chinese, the culture, the language, they all came to our school and learn from us and also share the great experience and the culture of the Chinese as well. I would love to say that once again, I wish everybody have a healthy and a successful year of 2017. So I'd like to say it in Chinese as well. 新年快乐，恭喜发财，祝大家鸡年行大运，好运旺旺来，谢谢。
We're at the East Brunswick Senior Center, and we are doing the first in a series of 4 celebrations of Black History. And Black History Month turns 90 years old this year, and we're wanting to be able to have it increase communication and knowledge about our culture and to understand that Black history is American history also. We decided to divide the programs into 4. The first being men, the second women, the third entertainers and the arts, and the fourth is going to be a finale. So today we started talking about men and the military background of men in this country, from Continental Congress days in George Washington to Colin Powell in the military. We talked a little bit about Matthew Henson, who was a co-discoverer of the North Pole with Perry. We talked a little bit about Charles Drew, who was a surgeon and instrumental in establishing blood plasma, and just generally talked about what brings us together as people, what similarities we all have across cultures. I don't know if you knew about a physician named Charles Drew, and it was he who discovered, he was a physician, a surgeon, and a researcher, and he discovered how to separate the parts of blood and make blood plasma. And he was one of the people who stopped the whole notion that black blood was different from white blood. What he said was there were blood types. There's O positive, there's A, AB. And at one point, you might have had trouble receiving blood because somebody would say, I can't have that blood. It's from a black person. Or conversely, we can't give the blood that we have in storage to you because you are a black person. Now, a lot of this stuff sounds silly now, but it has influenced the way we've thought about each other and the way we have treated each other consequently. We all shared some things about ourselves, or most of us did. Others said that they'd be back next week for installment number 2 and had some suggestions about personages who ought to be included. So it seemed like a congenial group, and we were pleased to have so many people here. Has anybody here attended a school with somebody who wasn't the same color as yourself? Okay, of course. Do you know that that's a relatively new circumstance? And we'll talk a little bit about Thurgood Marshall, who was the first African-American Supreme Court justice, and it was he who fought to have the schools integrated in Brown versus Board of Education in 1954. What we hope is that people will understand cultural interactions be comfortable talking to each other, even asking hard questions about our history, and realizing that they have the opportunity to make the future a little bit better themselves, and that just ordinary people do that. I mean, I really feel strongly that when people know each other and respect each other, positive things can happen, and the opposite happens if we choose to be insular. We really can't change the past, but we can influence the future right now.
"100 years ago, America was about to enter the First World War. Among the first 100,000 soldiers, out of what would become an army of 2 million, was a group of volunteer men who had joined the New York National Guard. That National Guard unit, the 15th New York, would earn immortal fame as the 369th United States Infantry, nicknamed the Harlem Hellfighters, on the battlefields of France. On February 18th, at the East Brunswick Library, the story of the Jersey connection to this famous regiment will be told. Approximately 10% of the regiment came from men from New Jersey. Sponsored by the Afro-American Historical and Genealogical Society, the New Jersey chapter, the East Brunswick Human Relations Council, the New Brunswick area branch of the NAACP, and the Old Bridge Village Heritage Center, the program will tell the stories of 4 Jersey men who served and died for their nation, a nation which was largely segregated at the time. Needham Roberts was 15 years old when he took the train from Trenton to New York City to enlist. Although he told recruiters he was 19, he was only 17 years old when he became the first American soldier to win the Croix de Guerre, the highest military honor of France. The segregated American Army at that time would not allow black combat soldiers, so the 15th New York was loaned to the French Army. It served the longest time in action than any other American unit, and it came home to a hero's welcome. The February 18th program also marked the premiere of a scene from the movie From Harlem to Hell and Back, featuring Middlesex County freeholder Ken Armwood in the role of Lieutenant Jim Europe. It was Jim Europe and his Hellfighters band that introduced jazz to France. All are welcome to attend the event. There will be both American and French veterans in attendance, and Chief Dwayne Perry of the Ramapo Lenape. The program is especially important to our younger generation so that they come to know, understand, and appreciate what our grandfathers did. From their example, we may all become better Americans. Doors to the program open at 1 p.m. and it starts at 2 p.m. You are cordially invited to come and learn about the Jersey connection with the famed Harlem Hellfighters.
Hi, I'm Melissa Hosick, and I invite you to attend one of our upcoming February events for adults at the East Brunswick Public Library. All are open to the public. On Thursday, February 23rd at 7 p.m., join us for a new monthly mind and meditation workshop presented by the Art of Living. On Tuesday, February 28th at 7 p.m., Ricky Riccardi of the Louis Armstrong House Museum will share rare footage from the end of Louis Armstrong's illustrious career. To learn about our other events, such as film festivals, book swaps, and more, visit ebpl.org/calendar or follow us on social media. We hope to see you in February.
Hi, I'm John Herron. This is a production of The Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller, and it's a wonderful production. It's really great. We have a fabulous cast, and I'm really looking forward to putting it in front of an audience.
I think if he finds himself, he'll both be happier. He won't fight anymore.
How can he find himself on a farm? Is that some kind of life off farmhand? You know, I figured in the beginning...
It's a play about the Lohman family, especially Willie Lohman, who's a salesman. He's 63 years old. He's failing. His mind is failing a bit. His memory is failing. He has two sons, Biff and Happy, both of whom are very unhappy with their lives, one of whom knows and understands that he's unhappy with his life, and the other one who's following in his father's footsteps.
Now hear this, Willie. This is me.
I know.
And you know why I had no dress for 3 months? Because I stole a suit in Kansas City and I was in jail. Stop crying, I'm through with it.
I suppose that's my fault.
I stole myself out of every good job since high school.
Well, whose fault is
And
that?
I never got anywhere because you blew me so full of hot air, I could never stand taking orders from anyone. That's whose fault.
I hear that.
You better hear it. I'm going to be boss big shot in 2 weeks and I'm through with it.
Go hang yourself then. Hang yourself for spite's sake.
No! Nobody's hanging himself, Willie.
And he has this obsession about knowing how to be a good father. And with his obsession, he's ruined the lives of everybody around him. And the play is basically about these people coming to terms with their humanity, either coming to terms or not.
What's the secret? Why's he doing?
There's a story behind that.
What I think it's about is the need that so many of us have to live the life that we think other people want us to live, our parents or our culture or whatever, and the absolute refusal to recognize that sometimes what we really need to be doing is something very simple. And all of us know inside of ourselves what that is. Many of us sort of refuse to come to terms with it. So please come to see Death of a Salesman at Playhouse 22 in East Brunswick. It's going to be a wonderful production that you won't want to miss.